Welcome once again to our daily podcast. We hope also that you are making plans, the next activity for your operations. The essence of knowledge is application. Today, we are still discussing the farming system and we are still focusing on making effective use of our resources. Today, we'll be discussing process analysis in improving effectiveness of resources. Process analysis. The first thing we'll ask ourselves is, what is a process? A process is a step-by-step operation that leads to the attainment of a set goal. The step-by-step operation that you put in place that will eventually lead to the attainment of your set goal. So whatever farming operation you are involved in, naturally there is a process. Now we have two types of process we'll be looking at. We have the unstructured process. The unstructured process is the undocumented process, is the reasoned through process. They are just activities you just carry out. They are not guided, they are not analyzed, they are not designed in such a way taking into consideration the strength, the weakness, the opportunity of the threat and the threat that is involved in the operation of that process. They just go in a natural course. It's just like a seed that is being dispersed by wind and it drops on a soil that is rich, though not planted, drops on the ground and the seed sprouts and begins to grow. So we find a lot of that in some plantations, but that's not the process we're talking about. We're talking about the second type of process, which is that process, a set out plan that has been reasoned through. You have weighed all the options, the consequences, the actions, the limitation of every step, and you also check the fluency of the process. How does one stage of the process flows into the next stage of your production? For example, our maize farm as a case study. What is my process that I want to use to cultivate this maize farm? From the beginning, you see the end. You've already asked yourself the questions: what are the resources I need? What are the time frame I need to? What are the stages I need to move through the process from pre-production even up to harvest or post-harvest? What constitutes pre-production? What is production? What is post-production? What are all the materials I need? What are the quantities I need? What are the time frame that I involve? How do they sync together? What is the manpower that I need for every particular process? And what is the time frame that we need to run those processes as they move from one stage to another? What are the challenges I am anticipating? And if such challenges eventually happens, how do I hope to overcome them? All these put together, then I draw up a pattern. Then you draw up an operations plan. That is the structured process analysis we are talking about. Back to the topic for the day, which is process analysis for effective use of resources. You will discover that as you analyze your process, one of the things it does is that it brings out the limitations of the process. It brings out the weaknesses of the process. It brings out the challenge that will be involved in the operation process, and that prompts you into seeking solution. Some of the challenges that will come will determine now how you will now successfully allocate your resources, how you also be able to set out for the challenge, for the consequences and the solution to the consequences that would have come up as a result of the process analysis that you have carried out, the process pattern that you are operating. Now let's take an example once again using the farmhand. If I'm going to cultivate an hectare of maize and I know that based on the time frame that has been mapped out, I'm expected to plant in a particular day, and I discover that for me to be able to plant, and I hope that I don't have access to machines, I'm going to use a human to plant. How many hours will that human being be capable of planting? If one person will make us plant outside the planting time frame that will make that can give the optimum growth, what we need to do is we increase the number of people, because there is an expected time you are supposed to carry out that planting. Now let's look at also the time of weed management, or the system you are adopting for your weed management or pest management. You discover that if you are able to analyze it very well, it also brings out the weaknesses that such system entails or strength of such system. Imagine a scenario where you need to plant a seed and the farm needs to be sprayed with your pesticide. Because you have also carried out the analysis of the kind of pesticide that you are using, you know it has a capacity to have an impact or an effect on the person spraying. So because you have carried out analysis, it helps the person to be prepared, so the person is able to have himself well protected, use the protective jar that can also reduce the implication of such chemical activity on the health of the manpower. So you will discover that the analysis is a factor. Then now that if you have carried out your analysis, finally, even as we'll be rounding up the discussion for today, what do you do with the result? Apart from just applying the result, there is also need for one to document your process, document the information that you have had, because experience gathered over time. Farming system and farming operations, they change. Events are not the same all the time. But if you take the information you have something to start with. It becomes like a data that you can analyze for future activity. If you are coming back to that area of operation, you have where to start from. You are no longer starting like a novice, like somebody just jumping into the sea. You are guided by the information you have, checking it with the result that when we embarked on these processes some years back, this was the kind of result we got. If the result meets your expectation, it begins to serve as a guide, a standard. In as much as all farming activities cannot operate under the same standard temperature and pressure, there will always be a change, but information can guide you and make you better prepared for such activity. Thank you very much, and we look forward to having you with us same time tomorrow. We want to hear from you. We want to get feedbacks from you on your views concerning those discussions we're having. You can go to our social media handles at OnePlot. You can equally send us an email on justoneplot@gmail.com. We will appreciate and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.